Does it trouble you?
Well, I mean, we're kind of getting used to it. And it did close the breach. Oh, it didn't close the breach, but it did help us. So, I don't know if it's fine. I think we're okay with it, though.
Spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can.
Right, it's a silver lining.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Well, aren't we worried about maybe causing another devastating explosion?
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Alright, well, it's good to meet everybody.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
So do they still think we're guilty?
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Tell me more about what this title means, because I don't know if I fully understand it. And it seems to be very important to our socio-political status in the world.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Gotcha.
Even if we
Understood.
tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's unsettling because, again, that obviously comes with all these consequences and responsibilities that we didn't exactly ask for when we exploded or whatever we did.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Okay, but shouldn't we be focusing on the holes in the sky that are letting demons in?
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Okay, why is she willing to help us out?
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Okay.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Let's see. Operations. The war table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlace, and Ferelden. Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. Okay. So we could read the description down here. Conquered by Orlace, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight. Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With the veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever. War table. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform the scouting operation for the hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the war table now. You can do that. Scout the hinterlands. Yes. Okay, so this is the only one we have access to. Secrets. If Giselle dies, any hope of Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. Scout the hinterlands. Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands, outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest report suggests that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. Yikes. Okay, so the scouts moved in and seemed like they secured the area. Scout the hinterlands. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That'll be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dinette, a retired horse master of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. So, I think we know what we're doing next. Would you like to gather your party and venture to the hinterlands now? Not necessarily. Let's see what this says. You now have access to the missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Some missions have a preferred type, which results in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. Alright. Rescue soldiers missing in Ferelden. Gather coin. So that must be one of the resource gathering. What are these? Let's see what this does over here. Gather coin. Up until now, Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. So we can ascribe one of the advisors to go on this mission, which is going to bring us some coin, I'm assuming. Trading in favors with merchants and the nobility is my specialty. It could earn us a great deal if we were careful. I think I'm going to send her. We're talking about coins. She's saying she is good at trading favors with merchants. That seems like a no-brainer.
Let us begin.
Yeah, so in 47 minutes and 56 seconds, we'll see what the result of this mission is. And then if we look at Orleans, I doubt we can do anything over here yet. Known for its culture of extravagant nobility, yet also as the birthplace of the Chantry, Orleans is the most powerful human nation in Thedas. So yeah, nothing we can do over here yet. Active quest activate quest by accessing your quest journal from the... Yeah, we got that. We've had quests for the last hour and a half. World travel. When not in a dungeon, you can use the quest map to travel to distant locations. Press select and select the quest map. In the hero menu, press Y from the quest map to access the world map and travel to unlocked areas. Okay, so yeah, clearly we can fast travel. They wanted us to do it from the map. Apparently we can just, at any moment... Oh, that's setting a waypoint. Okay. All right. And so I guess that's how we make something an active quest. So we do have to go meet some of the other crafters and whatnot. But let's head over this way.
So we're heretics, just like them. Should we surrender?
Okay, so yeah, we can't do that yet. Does she have anything new to say? Nope, she does not. Okay, so we don't need to be tracking that, I don't think. Or is it? Okay. That's just our waypoint. Let's head up this way. I was kind of thinking there'd be a way around over here. I guess not. Maybe we missed it back this way.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentecost might try.
Alright, so this is where we would modify our armor. Upgrading an item adds the upgrade stats to the item's stats, in addition to changing its appearance. For example, attaching a hilt with a +3 cunning bonus to a sword adds the bonus to the sword. Okay. Makes sense. Modification. You can freely remove and add existing upgrades or exchange them between different items. New upgrades can be crafted in crafting stations. Yeah, so we can't afford any of this stuff yet. Ah, this is the gear we had looked at in that chest in our room. Alright, so we don't have any runes or anything to do any upgrades right now. Where is Smith?
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
It's pretty good. It's really shiny.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
That sounds amazing. So where are you from exactly? How did you end up here?
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Then again, fair's fair. It was one of them that stopped the Blight and all. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
You're probably lucky.
You're still walking. That's always good.
Yeah.
True enough.
Do you have any designs
If I
for
want
new stuff?
something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll
Okay.
need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Alright, so...
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes.
I feel like we were trying to get into some kind of tutorial there,
Another time.
but it didn't happen.
You need something?
Alright, here we go. To craft new armor or weapons, you'll need a schematic and enough materials. The schematic determines the appearance and potential power of the crafted item. The materials determine the specific stats and powers that will be added to the new item. I thought he'd given us... I could have swore he'd given us a schematic. This is weapon crafting. We need
You need something?
we
Let
need
me know.
armor crafting. That's what we would actually need. I thought he gave us some kind of chainmail schematic. Ah, here we go. Yeah, he gave us this defender mail, but we are missing some materials here. Although he
You
said
need something? Let me know.
they should have some materials here. We also have a schematic here for a Ferelden Greatsword. Here's some onyx. I think that's what we were missing. Let's take all this stuff. And see, oh, look at that. And so, though, isn't this what we already have? Why would we want to... Why would we want to waste materials crafting the thing we're already wearing? Right?
Another time then.
Or is that what we're wearing? Whoops. Oh, it's not showing us anything. It's not showing us any graphic. It's just showing us. Okay, let's just craft it. See what happens. Each crafting schematic has one or more slots. Each slot accepts a specific number of materials of either metal, cloth, or leather. Fill all available slots to craft an item. There are 5 different types of crafting slots: utility, offense, defense, damage, and armor. The type of slot determines the stat that will be generated from the material placed in it. For example, placing iron in a defense slot gives a bonus to melee defense. Makes sense. While putting it in the utility slot gives a bonus to strength. Experiment with different combinations of materials and slots to create unique items that fit your needs. That's pretty neat. Okay, well... Each crafting material has a predetermined stat value for each possible slot type, which you can view by examining the material. The final value of the stat coming from a slot is determined by multiplying this value by the number of materials placed in the slot. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. So, we can see what it does down there. Summerstone is +1 to Constitution, +2 damage to guard, and +10 to health. Onyx is +1 to strength. Okay, and it's telling us it depends on what slot it's going into. And so how do I know? Oh, this is an armor slot and this is a defense slot. Okay, so if we put this in an armor slot, is that a utility? Are we gonna get the +1 Constitution from it? I'd rather have the strength. And then in the defense slot, I'd rather have the +10 health. Let's do that. Vigorous Defender Male. Cool, let's rename. We can rename the armor. Let's just keep the name that it gave it. That's neat. And so we could do that with different variations if we wanted for different stats. That's pretty interesting. But let's go ahead and check out. And we got a quest complete for that. Let's check out exactly what it was that we just made. That wasn't any of this stuff. Here we go. The vigorous. Oh, look at that. Good boost to health and armor. Okay. They're the same name, so making sure that's had the right one equipped. Oh, and see, I guess those items we got weren't really that powerful at all, because now look, they're not any better than what we just made. So we could have thrown these on right away, and it wouldn't have mattered too much. Just looks like an armor value difference. Alright, that's cool. We also picked up a weapon schematic for Weldon Greatsword. And
Another time then.
though I was thinking about switching over, trying a little sword and board. That might come later after I have more ability points to go into that specific tree we were looking at. If we go into our character record. And so eventually I want to go into this tree. But obviously we need some more ability points. We have 1 point to spend right now, actually. And so we could... This gives us a maximum guard bonus, and we get +3 Constitution on unlock. That could be worth switching to sword and board now. We could grab challenge. Your powerful shout carries across the battlefield, taunting a targeted enemy and improving our guard. I think I would I'd go here. Let's grab that. Actually, we can also think about improving this. Might be worth it. Armor bonus 200% for 10 seconds when we use this. Yeah, that's incredibly good, I think. Oh yeah, we do want to apply that, yep. And so everyone has some stuff to spend. I will take a look at these. Probably not the most exciting stuff to watch, I have to say. Let's go ahead and... Oh, look at that. That's the maul. A Maul of the Dragon we picked up from one of our loot boxes. Raider's Greatsword. That's what we have on. We want to throw on this. And let's... We can do the Reinforced Shield. There we go. That's what we'll go with for now. And I think I might make Cassandra wield a two-hander and go into that support tree, possibly. Could be something that we do. What else do we have going on here? We could go speak to the apothecary. Let's go do that. And try to meet everybody here in our outpost in Haven. And make sure we know what everybody's offering us as far as crafting and benefits, items, etc. Oh, can't go through those guys. It's a regular mob.
Are we going to have new verses in the Chant of Light now for the Herald of Andraste?
It's strange almost that Mark puts that there like that on in the actual field. I probably won't keep using that. Apothecary. Find recipes through exploration or by visiting merchants. Visit an apothecary with herbs you gather in the wilderness to upgrade potions. Use the equip station to assign different potions to each of your party members and to replenish the potions you are carrying. So each of our members must have their own stash of potions. I thought we were sharing. I guess not. Use the upgrade station to unlock permanent upgrades to your potions. Sure, that sounds good. You can upgrade potions you have already unlocked. To upgrade a potion, select a category, select a potion, then select upgrade. Potion upgrades require a significant amount of herbs to unlock. In return, they give you permanent and significant bonuses to your potions. That's pretty cool. Don't think we need that right now. And we already have our 8 potions here.
Said to check with you to make sure.
Let's just talk to this guy.
Look who's back from the dead.
I would have preferred to do that without the marker on him. Would have been sweet. There we go. Oh, it's still on him. Oh, there it goes. So this, well, he seems to know us.
I don't recall meeting you before.
Right.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making us wear, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're welcome.
This is the doctor. We've been reading his notes, actually.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Zidane. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually...
That is a creepy picture up there in the top right, I just noticed. You're a bit cranky. I mean, he is a bit cranky, but maybe just, you know, how are things going?
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Let's see. And so, what kind of help do you need?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me.
Oh, sure.
I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajan's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll find those, and we'll keep this conversation in mind. Let's see. How do we order potions? I'm assuming just the table there.
Potions made.
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like.
Yeah.
Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
Fair enough. Alright, so we have a couple of important things to do. We have to travel to the hinterlands and speak with Mother Giselle. We have to find the horse ranch as well. And so we have a couple of plot points that will hopefully take us out into the greater world here. So we can, it's also marking here, we have a marker now for those notes. The apothecary mentioned that his master, Tigan, was working on something special before he died at the Conclave. So this area here we could explore and see if we can find his notes. This is the requisition we can't fill yet. Oh, there's the logging stands up there. Okay. Alright, so we could do that. We come back. Maybe we'll see if we could find that potion. Let's take a little break here, and I'll decide what we're going to do. And when we come back, we'll get out into the world at least, and hopefully get into some trouble. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys are having a good time with this one. I'm really interested to see what happens and where we can get in the world. Everyone take care, and wish me luck.